President Obama speaks to the nation about the war in Afghanistan tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern from the White House. And although 10 years of conflict have put enormous strain on the U.S. military, no one wants to give back the gains made against al-Qaeda and the Taliban. Senator Robert Menendez serves on the Foreign Relations Committee, and he joins me now. Senator Menendez, yesterday on the floor of the United States Senate, we saw some tension heat up between Senator Manchin, Senator McCain on the specifics of Afghanistan. And Senator Manchin channeling what many Americans believe: come home, let's move this money domestically, the economy's in tough shape. Senator McCain channeling, hey, we can't leave too quickly. The history lesson of Afghanistan tells us so. Where do you fall in this debate?
Well, I'm hoping that I hear from the president tonight that we're going to have a more robust transition out of Afghanistan. It seems to me that our mission in Afghanistan, why we went there after September 11th, was to capture and kill bin Laden and to go after al-Qaeda. Bin Laden is now dead. There's only 50 to 100 al-Qaeda fighters. And the Taliban, which is about 20,000, should be able to be matched by a 290,000 Afghan security force that we have spent nearly $38 billion training and getting ready to stand up for their own country. So I want to see us move from a counterinsurgency effort to a counterterrorism effort. That would mean a lot less troops, a lot less lives of Americans, and a lot less national treasure.
But it does sound like you want to put yourself in a position, you want to put the U.S. military in a position to go back in if necessary, if things somehow got worse quickly.
Well, first of all, my focus in a counterterrorism effort is let's go after, al-Qaeda along the Afghan-Pakistan border. To the extent that there is a national security threat to the United States, it is them. But to have only 50 to 100 al-Qaeda fighters in Afghanistan and to have 100,000 American troops is far disproportionate to our security needs. So I think that it's time for Afghans to stand up for themselves. We've trained this security force, 290,000 versus 20,000. That's a 14-to-1 ratio. They should be able to meet that challenge. And lastly, this is a country that has $1 trillion in mineral deposits, including lithium. I think they can begin to afford their own future.
Are you concerned the president's not going to have a speedier withdrawal? Are you concerned that 30,000 by the end of next year is not enough?
Well, I hope that we hear 30,000 by the end of next year. I'm hearing different reports that suggest that it's less than that. Certainly up front, I was looking for more like 15,000 to move out. And secondly, even beyond the 30,000, the question is that would still leave approximately 68,000 American troops there, in addition to 47,000 other troops from other countries. It seems to me that what I want to hear in addition to the troop withdrawal in the short term is changing our strategy in Afghanistan, because I don't believe we have a good partner in Karzai. He is corrupt to the core, and he continues to call us an occupying force. Well, it's time for the Afghans to stand up for their own country.
All right, Senator Robert Menendez, Democrat from New Jersey, member of the Foreign Relations Committee. I got to leave it there, Senator. We're just 11 hours away, and we'll hear from the president himself. Thanks very much.